I probably need to nudge that volume down, don't I? Whoops. Bobby, 1 second. Fix it. Ah, volume's already bad. Actually, we'll nudge down to 30. There we go. Get comfortable, get warm, snuggle in with my monster because I've been awake for God knows how many hours now. Promised myself, I was like, I'm gonna stream today. Doesn't matter how sleepy I am, I'll just go fucking die and slay the Spire while I'm half asleep. It'll be great. It'll be amazing. I'll love it, I'm sure. I don't know how long I'll be on, as I am half asleep, but half asleep or not, let's do this. What's the daily? Let's actually see. Wait, enemies are now swarming the Spire, drop better rewards. Normal enemies drop relics instead of cards. Wow. I might give that one a try, but to get everyone acquainted with the game, we'll start here. I'm gonna do an Ironclad run, just so I can get his last unlock. So the way this works, for anybody who doesn't know, pick a character, get a deck of cards, fight enemies with deck cards. Randomly generated card game roguelite. Such a weird and cool concept. Where's all the shops at? There's one on the far right. I'm gonna go left. Also, am I good at this game? God no. Am I good at any game? God no. Also, I will be going rapid speed. Just straight up warning. I'm just gonna be mashing buttons. I'll kind of explain as I go. But I've drilled it into my brain the instincts I need to just super speed through this game. Especially with the Ironclad, he's my most well-known character. Basically, you get a hand. Attacks do attacks. Blocks do block. They block damage. Is that? Strength build. You gotta pick your cards. You get random cards. It's all random. Whole bunch of random shit. You get to have fun trying to figure it out. Good game. Fantastic. I really like it. That's why I'm here. Honestly, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have dealt that damage. I should have just let their block fall off of them. Instead of doing damage, and then I could have blocked that 2 damage I took. I know, oh no, I took 2 damage. How terrible. But damage is permanent. Although with the Ironclad, you heal after combat. That's unrelated. Just trust me on this one. And so I was considering streaming from my PC, because it is functional now. But at the end of the day, the new graphics card that's in it is not as strong as my old one. Not nearly. Which is weird considering my old card was a 970. So it already was bad. This is a 970 in 2021, by the way. a card that came out in 2014. And I haven't been using it for that long. Someone else used it before me, and then I got it in 2019. I got it in 2019. I'll take that gold. I got it in 2019. Power supply died sometime between 2019 and 2020. Repaired the power supply, and then it threw a fan here in 2021. So this computer's been chugging along. It's a fucking trooper. It's on its last leg, so. Instead, here I am, back on my Xbox. Doing the do. Because, yeah, by the way, for reference, if anyone was curious to, like, look up what card is in there now, it is a GT 1030. So I swapped from a GTX 970 to a GT 1030. No, the upgrade is not as strong as the numbers would lead you to believe. It is actually the opposite. From what I can tell, the GT 1030 is substantially weaker than the 970, but I can't really tell. It's confusing and complex. Computers are stupid. I wish they were easier to understand, but no such luck. It would be nice if computers were more accessible. That's something I could wholeheartedly get behind. Because building and customizing a PC, like, if you sat most people down and told them what I just said, like a GTX 970 to a GT 1030, I'm putting it inside with a Ryzen 5, but the other one has an Intel i5. Like, how much sense is that going to make to someone who doesn't, like, you know, work with computers? What feed? Sadistic nature. It's not very good, I don't think. We're gonna go with feed. Feed, fairy in a bottle, dark shackles. Just I like dark shackles. It makes me happy. But as I was saying, like finding out what graphics card you need, like what power level they're all at. Because, like, sure, you could, you know, write down and say, this has blank nanometers. So, since this has this many nanometers and that has that many, it's more powerful. But, like, that doesn't really mean a ton at the end of the day. Like, I love PC gaming. It is my preferred platform. Has been since I was a kid. Ugh, probably always will be. But goddamn if I did not wish it was easier. And like, yeah, you can just sit down and like buy a PC. Just be like, oh yeah, you know, I gave little Johnny a $10 like budget and told him to go buy himself a PC, and he grabbed a Dell Inspiron. But at the end of the day, that's not gonna run like most big PCs. When people talk about PC gaming and they're like, oh, it's like so good and it's so great. And oh my god, when I look at all the pixels, it makes my dick hard. Ugh. They're not running some fucking Geek Squad approved Dell PC that they grabbed at Best Buy. They're talking about like, oh yeah, I fist fought some guy in the Walmart parking lot. Not Walmart. Walmart wouldn't sell it. But yeah, like I fist fought some dude for a 3090. And I'm running that with a fucking Ryzen 9. Like, it's the people who go the hardest that PC gaming is kind of like built upon. When you look at it, it's like, you know, you see a high quality PC and someone's like, oh, check this out. If you have a PC, you can run the blood and gore physics of like Killing Floor 2, you know, back when that was important, or back when that was a big deal. Because nowadays, you know, Killing Floor 2 is an older game, so it runs just fine on pretty much anything. But, you know, you need like a big daddy PC for that. Not everyone has that. I would say actually most people don't. Most people just have kind of a kit bash PC where, well, my buddy had a 1050 card that he was giving away because, you know, he had upgraded to a 2060 because he finally managed to find someone selling a 2060 out behind the local CVS pharmacy. And well, the guy was kind of shady, but, you know, the card works. And it's that shit that kind of like, you know, annoys me, because it's like, yes, technically if you're on a PC, it's going to be more powerful than a console. But that's like if you have the right gear, if you've kitted it right. And like with my new PC, right? I cracked it open. It's one of the first things I did. Like I plugged it in, I checked to made sure it ran, and then I was like, okay, cool, whatever, it runs. But yeah, and after that, I went and took it apart, right? And as I'm taking it apart, I realized they put plastic film on the inside, and I was like, this just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Like, if I wasn't the kind of person to sit down and be like, oh, I want to crack my PC open because I want to understand, like, how is the cable management done? What kind of PCLE slots does it have? How is the RAM fitted? Like, I want to know the nitty-gritty details. I want to get all up in that undercarriage, get my fingers dirty. My fingers dirty and all them computer grease. Your computer's greasy, you might want to get that checked out. But yeah, and I noticed that there was a film on the inside of the glass. I was like, had I run that PC and like really pushed it to its limits, I might have accidentally melted that film on the inside if I had not cracked it open to check the inside. I did not even remotely notice that there was a film. It's like that plastic film that like you peel off the glass. I'd never seen it put on the inside before. So I was kind of laughing to myself. I was like, you know, I happen to want to, you know, break open my PC and look inside of it. But had I not done that, I might have missed this detail. And that might have actually really caused some issues. And so, okay. I'll get to the point. There's a point in here somewhere, I swear. I swear I'm not just talking out of my ass. I mean, I am talking out of my ass, but there's also maybe a point to it. And the point is that PC gaming is a very wide and varied landscape. Anyone from potato PCs that still have the old tannish, whitish, sun-bleached cover on them, to people who have PCs that could fucking like out-process God. Like 3090s with all the meat and guts. So when people sit down and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I want to get into PC gaming because I like how hardcore it is. I want to get me a big boy PC with all kinds of big boy parts in it. They underestimate A, the cost, and B, that that's not really all of PC gaming. And why I think PC gaming is better than console sometimes is I can take my PC plug a CD drive into the top, right? I can get a USB CD drive. I can go grab my copy of Icewind Dale and shove it onto my PC. I cannot do that with my Xbox. If I went to my Xbox, grabbed my copy of, let's say, Mortal Kombat Armageddon for the original Xbox, it's just not gonna work. Nothing's gonna happen if I stick it in the disk drive. It's just gonna get mad at me and be like, why are you trying to run this game that is not compatible? But with a PC, I can be like, no, I want to run this game, and you have to listen to me. There's so much you can do with PCs. It's the flexibility that gets me. That's the point. The flexibility. You could have a weak card, or you could have a strong card. You can use the motherboard's GPU if you're a fucking sociopath. But you can do it. It's an option. Like, there's nothing and no one stopping you from doing that. Except for fucking PC purists who will tell you if you're not running it at 144 frames, 4K, then you're not playing games. But those kind of people are just not worth your time. If someone's out there just like, oh yeah, man, I like playing Doom at 240 frames a second because it makes my PP hard. It's dumb. It's just a dick measuring contest. That's all it is. It is an absolutely pointless waste of time. Now, don't get me wrong. Is it cool? Yes. It is very neat to watch games run at like high frames and high resolutions. But in your moment-to-moment gameplay, you're not gonna fucking notice. Don't lie. Like, don't lie, you are not missing those 3 frames. Because you'll see someone, they'll do a benchmark test, and it'll be like 50 frames a second, and they're like, unfucking playable. Are you kidding me? It's dropping frames. This is ridiculous. And it's like, you're not going to notice when you're getting shot at. Like when you're playing a game, and you're getting your ass handed to you, or handing someone's ass to them, you're not really going to fucking notice anything beyond like stiff lag. And it doesn't really matter at the end of the day if you're running like a 29 or a 3090 Super TI XBL edition featuring Sonic and Knuckles. It can still lag. Like, you can still have issues. Because it could be your internet. Like, let's say you're in the fuck-ass middle of nowhere. A weird concept. Couldn't imagine. Couldn't be me. And you're kinda, you know, kinda stuck. Well, you know, my internet's not getting any faster, no matter how fast I make my PC. Or you could be fighting a guy who has a Walmart fucking PC and he's hooked into the McDonald's Wi-Fi next to his apartment. You know, he might lag, and it doesn't matter because it's running through the same servers as your absolutely big as fuck PC. So at the end of the day, like, you know, at the end of the day, to round out this topic, so I stop just shouting to the winds. As much as the winds love to hear my voice, and as much as I love that the winds will carry my voice, point is, it doesn't matter. Except it does, because I want to stream, but my graphics card is very weak. End of story. Hope you had fun. Go to bed, kids. Yeah, that's right, kids. I know you're awake. Go the fuck to sleep. See everything. But at the FBI, I'm not staring at kids, I swear. And that's a joke. For reference. But, I mean, shit, there's so many topics. Like, I am fired up right now, okay? I've had a good day. Which, yeah, I said it. I said I had a good day. It's the one time you'll hear me say it. And so, I have ungodly amounts of energy. Partially thanks to the sheer volume of monster that is running through my veins, which is all of it. And partly due to the fact that I'm just like letting my train of thought go at hyperspeed off into the distance. Goodbye. Sayonara, I once knew you and loved you. Goodbye, train of thought. I will see you at the next station. Because it's fun. At least I've heard it's fun to listen to me just like go on and on and on about whatever the fuck. Do I believe it? Not really. But I trust other people's opinions over my own. Oh, you know what I could definitely talk about? It's an easy topic. An easy topic to bring up. Motherfucking Outriders. I keep seeing more information about Outriders, and like I want with all of my heart and soul to love that fucking game. But it just feels consistently like the game does not love me back. It is an abusive relationship and I'm not a fan. Cause like, oh man, how long? We were probably at like the highest world tier. Had done almost, we were probably on like the last 3 or 4 quests. When me and the guy I was playing with finally saw our first legendary drop, just like from an enemy. We saw a legendary drop, and I honestly don't even remember what it is, because all I remember was that it was not good. And then I'm pretty sure I out-leveled it in like 10 seconds. And it was by no means worth what was I gonna say? It was by no means worth all the materials to upgrade it. Infernal Blade. Okay, I'll offer you the gold. Here you go. Oh my god, he gave me the lizard tail. Yeah. When you would die, heal the 50% of your max HP instead. Works once. Also, didn't I buy the fairy in a bottle? Did I die? Did I die earlier and I was so busy just fucking talking to myself that I didn't notice? Cool. But okay, yeah, back to Outriders. It's bad. Needs work. But honestly, I do love the game. Like, I have so much fun playing the game. I like the combat. I like the idea of the Devastator. In practice, I found the Devastator kind of fucking sucks. Like, I'm constantly getting my shit kicked in. And this is a concept I saw brought up on Twitter. Yeah, I know. Twitter, the best place to get your opinions. But I saw this guy bring up the timers. Like, yeah, there's a lot of discussion around the timers and Outriders. And I saw someone specifically bring up World of Warcraft. He was like, well, he's like, other games do timers as well. It's like World of Warcraft is an example. He's like, so, why is World of Warcraft fine? But, and, Outriders is not. And there's an easy answer to that. It's because World of Warcraft is well designed. No offense to People Can Fly. I love Bulletstorm. I love People Can Fly. But that sounded really fucking rude. But the issue is, World of Warcraft is designed with roles in mind. So there is a spot for someone to heal, and there's a spot for someone to tank. And you're not losing anything by taking those roles and doing them. So when you're dealing with the timer in World of Warcraft, what you're running with is the fact that each person is doing their role correctly. That's how you know you're going to beat the timer, right? In Outriders, it's, am I going fast enough? And that speed is based entirely upon your damage. Damage is the exclusive thing that you can do to get to the end of it alive. You have to do damage, you have to kill things quick, and you have to run as fast as you can. That's it. In World of Warcraft, that's not the same. Same with Diablo. While when you're in a Nephilim Rift, a Greater Rift is specifically what I was looking for. Sorry, I couldn't come up with that immediately. But when you're in a Greater Rift, you do need to go fast, and you need to be doing the maximum amount of damage, right? Stacking everything, keeping your cooldowns going. The big issue with that is it's top-down. And the difference between a top-down and something like Outriders is you can't miss in a top-down game like Diablo, because it auto-targets for you, and a lot of your damage is generally going to be near you, such as a melee attack or an AoE. In Outriders, if I'm not landing every single shot, I am missing out on boatloads of damage. Or if I'm not hitting every shot. I think I said missing. My bad. But yeah. And there's no real position to, allow you to be a little more flexible in Outriders. And meanwhile, if you're not pushing Greater Rifts in Diablo, if you're not at Greater Rift 146 or whatever is the highest that is currently being achieved, it doesn't really matter. Because, I think I run Greater Rift like 70. Some shit. Like, it's complete piss. Absolute garbage doo-doo butthole compared to what like a high tier pro Diablo 3 player can do. Like, I'm an absolute fucking joke when compared to other Diablo players. But I'm not lacking because of that. In Outriders, it feels like I'm missing out because I can't top out at, Greater Rift, or not Greater Rift, sorry. I'm going to get that mixed up. It's just accept it, move on. I have. So the issue is, you can't max out in Outriders, and that feels bad, right? When you play Diablo, you can max out your Nightmare rank, hit the end, and go, I like this. You're like, I have I've hit my peak. It feels good. Should have picked the strength. When you hit that last Nightmare tier, I think they're called Nightmare tiers. Madness, Nightmare, Infernal, whatever. There's the tier system for the world. within Diablo. And Outriders has the same thing. So when you get to World Tier 15, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm here. I've done it. I've succeeded. I'm at World Tier 15. And then it goes, now hit Challenge Tier 15. And you're like, okay, I guess. And now you have this image in your head, right? You can see it. You can clearly see it. You understand that you need to get to 15. That is the goal. That is the end point. And once you've set that end point into a player's mind, if they're unable to reach it, it will feel bad. This is inevitable. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If you look at something like Dark Souls, you know, it's not a given that you beat Dark Souls. Also, hello. Sorry about the notifications. They're fucking terrible. We all need to just come to terms with the fact that Twitch's notifications suck. But yeah, talking about Outriders and how bad and why I hate expeditions. Because yeah, in Dark Souls, you're not expected to beat the game, right? It's optional, essentially. It's not a given. But in Outriders, you're expected to get the challenge tier 15. Like the game kind of implies that that's something that you should be able to do. But that's not always true. Getting to World Tier 15, or sorry, I'm gonna mix them up. There's too many fucking things in that game. To get to Challenge Tier 15 is not a given. And maybe it shouldn't be a given. But if you were to go for a system closer to something like Diablo, it would need to be more open-ended. It's like, get as far as you can, not you need to get here. Right? And if it's going to be an open-ended system, rather than you need to get to fucking Challenge Tier 15, if you don't get to Challenge Tier 15, you suck butt. The issue you're going to run into is it's the drop rates, essentially. Right? Because the drop rates suck. You end up with a situation where you kind of need to get up to a higher tier anyways. Whether that be... This might actually kill me. I'm fine. You need to get to the end just so you can get gear. Because the drop rates at lower levels is so god-awful that it's not worth playing at lower tiers. It's just not. And that means for, like, you know, for players who are stuck at low challenge tiers. Hi, it's me. I'm stuck at low challenge tiers. Because I'm either bad or my build is bad, and I don't care which. It feels bad either way. Because of that, you know, I'm stuck here. I can't get the legendaries I need to really push higher tiers. If that's what I need. If it's a gear issue and I just don't have the gear, or what. Who knows? I don't. I'm not a video game expert. I can't even fucking play video games well. I play video games like a fucking quadriplegic just rolling across a keyboard. No offense to quadriplegics though. They play better than me probably. Without a doubt they play better than me. But yeah, I have run out of breath. I was ranting and there was no one to listen to, but I don't care. I'm here to speak my piece. People Can Fly will never hear me speak my piece, but I can assure you that I am. Although if one day I'm talking shit about a game, or just like ranting and raving about something, and some game developer comes in and is like, hey dude, yeah man, that's my game you're talking about, I'm just gonna fucking shit myself. I'm just going to, on the spot, void my bowels completely. I don't know what I would do with that information. Like, I'm just some nobody. I don't expect to ever have the opportunity to, like, meet with or talk to a developer of a game. Like, if playing some small indie game doesn't draw out the developer, then, you know, I'm not gonna run into the developers of People Can Fly, who are, like, fucking several tiers up the social ladder than me. Should be using these potions. I gotta discard so many potions because I'm not paying attention. But look, I'm partially playing this game for myself, because this is just like a game I want to play in general. And I happen to also want to stream. So now everyone gets to watch me play this game, because this is what I was already going to be playing if I wasn't streaming. It's that fucking the audio from TikTok or wherever the audio's from, where he's like, I have lived another day, and I'm going to make it everyone's problem. That's me. My survival is everyone's problem. I keep getting zero cost items from somewhere. What? Whenever you play a power card, that's what it is. Mummified hand. That's what keeps doing that. Son of a bitch. Also, if I'm going 1,000 miles an hour today, know that there is no good reason for it. My brain just decided it was gonna like fucking like rip it into overdrive. It was just like, alright, time to fucking go, boys. And now I'm just kind of letting it run, because if I attempt to stop it, I'm going to pass out. Whether that be pass out as in sleep or pass out as in die is up for debate. Who knows, any second now, either my heart could explode or I could fall asleep. One or the other. 35 damage. How much health do I have? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna be a mega asshole. I don't know if this is gonna work, but... It did. Or it did, sort of. It worked well enough that I'm satisfied. Also, I can, like, feel my brain, like, slowly, like, slowing down. Like, the rest of time is catching up to how fast my brain has been going. I'll go for this. We'll go for this. Damn. I have to admit, it is fun, though. Like, having your brain just decide it's like, alright guys, time to go. It's amusing. I got the achievement. That's my first time beating him. Hell yeah. Like, straight up, that guy's beat my ass every time I've fucking done a run and hit him. Sacred Bark. Okay. Trying to decide what else should I talk about. I can talk about the army. It's a very weird specific thing that's been going on lately, where I've been recommended probably like a dozen or so different videos that are all army based, because I expressed like some vague interest in guns on YouTube. And then YouTube was like, hey, you love the army? You love the military? You wanna go shoot a man? Woo! And I'm just like, I'm mostly just confused. I was like, I didn't really intend for that? I'm like, why are we here? But I keep getting it recommended to me, and it's like this weird, like, slow trail that keeps happening to me over and over and over again. Is I'll go in, right? I'll watch some gun videos because I love the mechanics of guns. I have very little interest in shooting them, but I think they're mechanically fascinating. So I watch a lot of like Forgotten Weapons and other like similar channels. I don't even think that card does anything. Fuck it. Who cares? And so what ends up happening is like I'll watch a bit of that, and then it'll be like, hey man, you want to watch this army video where it's like just kind of like a funny 40-second video? And I'm like, yeah, I guess, yeah, you know, like that doesn't seem like a bad video. That seems kind of fun, you know? So I watch it, and then some time goes by, and he goes, "Hey man, you really liked that video, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, yeah, I did. You know, it was pretty funny." It's like, "What about this one?" And it shows me another one, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know, that one was also pretty funny. I appreciate it. You know, you're pretty on the ball." And then out of fucking left field, it'll be like, "Ben Shapiro destroys feminist," and I'm like, "Whoa." I'm like, that is not content I'm interested in. But because I was like, haha, I like, you know, like I expressed interest in like guns and like manly stuff, it just has this weird automatic like, so you like right-wing stuff, don't you? And I'm like, no, I don't. I distinctly don't. But YouTube keeps recommending it to me. Over and over and over again. I cannot escape that whirlpool. Like, I've seen people talk about it before, where it's like this hole that you accidentally go down. You watch like amusing meme videos, and then you get to like some slightly edgier memes, and slightly edgier, and edgier, and then it gets to the point where like, you know, you're watching some really fucked up shit and it starts sneaking in some Holocaust denial jokes. And then you start investigating and you're like, well, actually. And then you end up in a point where you've accidentally been fed, like, just some absolutely wild shit. Like, whether you agree with it or not, which you shouldn't. You should not agree with it. At least not Holocaust denial or anything that hardcore. Like, you can agree that it's at least pretty intense. And you've been kind of just like slowly frogging watered, where they slowly turn up the heat until suddenly one day you're looking at your recommended feed and you don't even recognize it anymore. Like I'll almost always get to that point where one day I'll be sitting there and I look at the videos I'm being recommended and I'm like, I'm genuinely not interested in about 80% of these. Like, it's just not up my alley. Dude, if you stab me, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh, sweet. This is the first time he's not stabbed me. A free heal for you? Ooh, full heal. Damn, shit. Okay. Okay. But yeah, it's, I've seen some people discuss it, and I don't... It's kind of way out of my purview or my realm of expertise, understanding an algorithm and why it would push things like that. Because it's, I mean, it's confusing, right? Like, for what purpose would they recommend these videos? Like, what good would it do them? Like, does it drive interest in their, like, service? Does it drive traffic? Does it get views? Like, what numbers, like, what secret juice is in the system that's, like, driving this weird content push? And I wish with all of my heart that I understood it. Because I want to know. What is it? What is that little something That one line of code. Like, I have no doubt that it's just like one line of code buried deep within this AI's, or this algorithm. Like, what is causing that to like connect? Like, what is causing this connective tissue to lead from something so simple as like a funny meme military video to anti-feminist content? Okay. Like, I feel like the string is relatively short when like you think about it and you just put it so bluntly. But when you see it in action, it's such a slow and steady process that I wouldn't even catch it if it hadn't happened to me so many times. Like, if it had been like a one-off thing and I end up kind of sticking in that state and ended up being like a huge like meme lord, big fan of like edgy memes, I would not have noticed how slow and steady and weird the process was. It's only because like I can look back on it now and be like, huh, that was fucking strange, wasn't it? That I can like kind of sit down and discuss it. Also, yeah, I know. Random topic is just something that kind of struck me recently. Because like I said, I was watching like military-based content or content about like guns. Just because I think guns are cool. That's it. It's not even like some deep, crazy concept. It's just like I like the mechanics of them and the history. Like, pretty much... Oh, it's this bitch. This should be interesting. And so, because I like, you know, the history of guns or whatever, YouTube seems to think I want to dive down some strange rabbit hole. One of these is not an attack. Ah, oh, flame barrier, bitch. One of those cards can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack. I hate it. Demon form, armaments, just to get those upgraded. Also, it's a weird concept to think of me being like boiled alive repeatedly, but that's essentially what YouTube has done to me by accident. At least I kind of hope it's on accident. Because if they're like intentionally trying to funnel people towards extremist content, that's fucked up. that's not good. That's bad, as it turns out. That's really bad. But of course, I have no proof. This is just like a personal experience that I've had, rather than it being like strong evidence. Like, oh, I did a study on 18,000 different like accounts that I made, and I ran them all through this thing and collected all the data. And now it's like I just fucking watch YouTube, and it just something kind of weird struck me. That's it. End of the story. That's the beginning and the end of the story. All it was. It's just one day I woke up and went, huh, that's weird. And then I went back to bed. I'm glad you were here to enjoy my incredibly long-winded story. Incredibly long-winded and dumb story. Trying to think of like, I was gonna be like, on a much lighter note, this, but I can't figure out what this is going to be. So it's this. It's me telling you that I don't know what segue I should use to stop talking about rabbit holes on YouTube. I'm just gonna be straight up front and say I do not know. I do not know how to segue out of that very, very weird concept. Because I really just drove us down a fucking winding, like, horrifying dirt road and then went, alright, now we're stopping, and then just stopped in the middle of nowhere. My bee. Okay, there it goes. Sorry. My thing disappeared. Keeps doing that. Oh, I might have fucked up. Oh, if that attack had done just a little bit less damage. Just a little bit less. Like 2 damage less. I might not have succeeded. Feels good. Feels good. Reaper's a good one. That's it. That's it. That's all I need, buddy. I need to hit a fire. Pentagraph. Start a boss combat's heal. Nice. Honestly, you know what I should talk about? I should talk about this game. Like, that's technically what brought us all here, right? Oh, it's this guy. Shit. Oh, he might kill me. Oh, he might kill me. But yeah, it's just this weird little roguelike game that I have found just incredibly impressive. Like, from the moment I started playing this game, I was like, dude, what is this? Like, this is cool as shit. I absolutely adore this weird... It's such a unique system. Just kind of throwing it all in like they have. It's a card game, but it's like a turn-based game. But it's also like a little bit of something else in there. And I think it's just kind of neat, you know? Sometimes you play a game and you're like, well, this is not the best game I've ever played, but it's kind of neat, you know? And like, do I see myself sticking this game out for the long run? Absolutely not. I will probably not be playing this game in like a month at most, if I even last that long. It's the shackles that I keep. At the end of its turn, gain strength. Holy shit. Upon losing HP, loses that much strength until the end of turn. Oh, so I need to do as much damage as it's... Oh, okay, I see. I haven't fought this guy before. This is new. Like, I know of him, which is why I knew him earlier, but I don't really know. But yeah, I'm not gonna be playing this game in a long time. But I absolutely loved all of the time that I have spent with this game. Yeah, I'm not gonna kill him. I think he dies this turn and then he disappears. Yep. And so I feel like more games need to be like this. You know, simultaneously all the offense and none of the offense to other games. But I do certainly wish that more games and more developers were willing to create games that are just temporary. You know? If you get to the end of this game and you've beaten it with every character, I don't really know what else you could continue to do. Like, there are daily climbs, but I have to wonder, like, are daily climbs really worth, you know, playing the game quote-unquote endlessly? And by extension, since it is a roguelite, can you not just play it endlessly? And is it a good or a bad idea to play it endlessly? These are all things that are up for debate, I believe. Debate me if I'm wrong. Prove me right. But this is something that I think I've tried to, like, you know, cram home or ram home, or there's a turn of phrase that I'm looking for and can't find. But yeah. It's something I've been trying to drill home. I'm never going to figure out what fucking word I'm looking for. The point I'm trying to get across, which is a better way of saying it now that I say it out loud, is temporary. Games don't need to be played every day for the rest of time. Not every game needs to be Destiny. Not every game needs to be World of Warcraft. Not every game needs to be Call of Duty. Just have games that are fun to play, and then when you've had your fun, game ends, and that's it. No more game. You got your money's worth. Congratulations. You spent your money, you had a good time, and then you went back home. And that's it. That's it. Like, why aren't more games willing to do that? Aren't more games willing to just be like, it's just an experience. A singular experience, not 10,000 experiences strung along for the next 5 years. Because, I saw someone tweet earlier. Yes, I know I'm on Twitter too much, fight me. And said, you know, Resident Evil 8 Village is doing incredibly well on Twitch. That was the initial tweet, essentially. There's a whole article attached to it, but that's all you need to know for the story. And a guy commented under it. He was like, it'll all be forgotten by Monday. I was like, yes. And that's fine. It's not a problem. You seem to perceive this game's like... The fact that it's temporary seems to be perceived as a negative. Like, the fact that you can beat the game, get all the items, see all the things, go all the places, is perceived as like a bad thing. But why? Why is having a game you could actually finish considered not a good thing? And that continues to confuse me. You know, okay, we can go back to Outriders real quick. No one was here for my Outriders rant, but we can go back to it. You know, Outriders, I have quit playing because I felt like my time with it was done, and I didn't really like kind of where they were going with it. I didn't like the end game. I didn't like the way the game, with the way the balance felt. Bunch of other shit. Too much to explain. Not doing it. So, why is it a bad thing that I'm not playing Outriders anymore? Like, I feel like most people who you asked, if you asked them, is it a good thing that I quit playing Outriders? They would say, no, it's not a good thing. It's a bad sign, and it makes the game look bad. And you can say either fair, like that is, you know, true to a degree. It doesn't make the game look good, that much is certain. But I spent probably, you know, 40, 50 plus hours in the game. And then I'm done. Like, what is so wrong about that? Like, where is the problem in this equation? And so that's kind of my take on video games currently. Mostly just because I've generally been very frustrated with gamers lately, because every time I go on, like, whether it be Twitter or almost any other social media, I'll pretty consistently see people talking about, like, you know, oh, this game didn't last 50,000 hours. Or this game is only 10 hours, are you kidding me? And upon hearing it like 15 fucking times, I've gotten tired of it. And I'm sure developers are even more tired of it than I am. Because I'm not the one making the games that they're shit talking. I'm the one doing the shit talking, as it turns out. I think I'm dead. I think I'm not dead. Okay, hold up. I'm not dead. I'm fine. So it's gonna use my lizard tail. Well, will I die this turn? Oh, I didn't die this turn. Okay. I got 1 health though. So I'm not looking so hot. Also, I completely lost my train of thought there when I went to die. Sorry, I've completely accidentally checked out on myself. Oh shit, I forgot about his ability. Something about games only being so many hours long and that being a bad thing, and me not believing it's a bad thing and believing it's completely fine for video games to be like that. Whatever, whatever. Just imagine me shouting a whole bunch about how much I love indie games and then throw in a bit at the end about, I don't know, something stupid. I'd say something stupid. Just pick something. Don't make it bad. Don't make it fucked up. Just make it generally dumb. I'm not an asshole. I'm just an idiot. I'm also someone who's incredibly fucking, like, very, very, very annoying. I'm tired of logging on online and seeing so much negativity. Like, I know I'm a negative person. It's in my nature, pretty much, to just kind of be a negative person. But even I've gotten to the point where I can't take all the negativity that's online. And that's bad. Like, that's real fucking bad. Also, holy shit! What? Okay, so I wanna just say something. So, that's winning, right? That's actually a winning run. I've only ever done that once before. I've run this game so much, I've unlocked everything on this character just now. That was the last unlock I needed. And I came in here, sat down, played for an hour, did a run, and won. And got to the end. I've only ever been able to do that once before. So, imagine my shock. That I could come in here and accidentally fucking do that. Man, God really stepped in and was like, man, you get 1 day. You get 1 good day. Spend it wisely. Okay, let's try something together. Since we're having a good day, we're vibing. Let's play the Watcher. At the start of each combat, add a miracle to your hand. I don't know what a miracle is. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Oh, here. I'm gonna go straight for the vendor. Miracle. Retained cards are not discarded. Energy is used to play cards from your hand. Remove until the end of combat. So that's why her cards are so expensive. Because every turn she gets a free energy. And then since it's not discarded... I just need to kill this guy. I can keep it in my hand and save it for later to like build up a combo. That's interesting. And she has Scry. On exiting this stance, gain 2. You are in calm, draw 3 cards. Otherwise, enter calm. Huh. Got some weird stuff going on. Delay damage. If the last card played this combat was a skill, apply 1 vulnerable. Huh. I'm gonna pick up Inner Peace. Because I don't really know where her builds are gonna go. Yeah, Vigilance enters Calm. And then that enters Wrath. So when you exit stance, you gain energy. And then when you're in the Wrath stance, you deal and receive damage. Huh. I wonder if she actually has an animation for, like, entering the stances. Windmill Strike. Deals 7 damage when retained. Increase its damage by 4 this combat. So that's one you would keep in your hand and it would build up. Scry 1. Look at the top card of your deck. Discard them. Gain block. Deal damage. Wow, that's a lot. Shuffle an Insight. What is an Insight? Retain. Draw 2 cards. Exhaust. And retain? Oh yeah, retain and exhaust can exist. There's another word for, like, if a card's in your hand, it disappears at the end of combat. Or at the end of your turn. I don't remember what it's called. If you stab me, I don't know what that does. To be honest, I only know what stabbing is. First decay at the end of your turn, take 2 damage. That's sad. Oh, well, that shouldn't be too bad though. I'm curious, does this have an animation? Nah. Kind of stands there. If I do Calm. Will that remove? Okay, so that will remove Wrath. Interesting. Interesting. I'm entering the Zen zone where I understand what's going on. Or where I pretend like I understand what's going on. That's probably more likely. Next attack deals 5 additional damage. Gain 3 block. If you are in Wrath, gain 9 additional. Pick up Halt. Apply 3 vulnerables. Otherwise, enter Wrath. Scry. Deal 6 damage as a smite. Deal 12 damage. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna pick that up. And Windmill Strike, because why not? We're just dicking around. I'm probably gonna make this my last run before I go to sleep, just because I do, at some point, have to go to sleep. That reduces cost. That increases block. That increases damage. Damage. Gain block. Gain even more block. Draw a bunch of cards. Okay, we'll go here. But also, yeah. Everyone, you got an absolutely fucking chaos first hour of the stream. Now you get an uncomfortably quiet second half of the stream. I have finally run out of energy. I'm all out. I'm out of juice. Not out of Mango Monster yet. Also, yes, I am drinking Mango Monster and thinking about sleep. Fight me. Okay. Retained cards are not discarded. Okay, I need to see something. I'm just gonna block all the damage. Okay, so I can only ever have one miracle in my hand, it seems. Gain some block. These windmill strikes are about to be hella powerful. So I'm kind of confused. Like, does it... Oh, at the start of each combat, not each turn. That's where I'm stupid. I'm doing the dumb. It's a talent, I promise. Block his damage, fuck him. Yeah, sorry for the short stream, especially because, like, fucking... It's not like I do this every day. Have I earned the ability to do a short stream? No. Am I going to do it anyways? Yes. I cannot be stopped. Fuck it. I'm gonna enter Wrath. Okay, I don't know how I got a full inventory. But, get fucked. Gain 3 mantra. When you obtain 10 mantra, enter divinity. What the fuck is divinity? Gain 3 attacks, deal triple damage. Ooh. Oh, holy shit. Also, I think there's something on my... Yep, there's something on my fucking controller cable. I didn't realize it. That was my keyboard that just fell over. Damn it. I'm good. I'm just, you know... I'm about as put together as a puzzle right now. Kind of thinking about this character and like she's kind of weird. I don't know what to do with her. Throw that out. Gain 5 block, and then let's gain that. Then I'm gonna keep that windmill strike in my hand for a bit. Oh, you weren't here earlier. Yes, PC is functional. I have made it functional, but it's weaker than it was previously. So it might not be able to run everything that I would normally, or at least not how I would normally. But it is functional, which is better than previously. Like I can tolerate a little bit of lost juice. A little bit of lost junk in the trunk. So, and hopefully that's temporary. Because I still have... I've still got the things I need. The fans are coming in to fix my 970. At which point, it should be a pretty solid boost. Yeah, it's gonna definitely have to be temporary. One way or another, it's gonna be temporary. But I'm just glad it's back functional. You know, like World of Warcraft runs. I played that earlier with my dad, which is actually why I was later to stream than I was planning. We went and ran Torghast real quick. Because we had mentioned it earlier, we're trying to get him a legendary. We need to get him Soul Ash. Deal 5 damage to all enemies for free? Dude, what the fuck? Lady's crazy. Okay, I'll trigger the trap. Go to max HP. I'm gonna go up this way. Smith. So, I'm not sure if I'll be streaming from my PC while it has the weak graphics card, by the way. It's just something I figured I could mention. I don't really know if I'm going to be going down that route, just because I don't know if it can handle it. Because, I mean, like, for perspective, my old graphics card needed a 6-pin cable just to have enough power to run. This new one runs purely off of my motherboard, because it doesn't need, like, any power. It's kind of bad. It is what it is. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth and all that, you know. Oh, that's a pretty good one. And so I'm a little worried because the card itself doesn't come with fans. It just has like a radiator on the bottom. But there should be enough airflow in my case for it to be fine. But I don't know. It's just... I went on a whole rant about PC gaming and how annoying some of the shit is. And, you know, like a part breaks, and then because of Bitcoin miners, it's impossible to go and get a new one. And, you know, getting just a graphics card was fucking impossible, so I had to go and get the fans. Getting the fans was difficult because they got to get shipped in from China. And yeah, like, I definitely just wish... I wish I was one of those people who could just, like, buy a PC from Walmart and then call it a day. I can't bring myself to do it. It's just not me. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Swivel, carve reality. And I could drop a smite on him. Oh, not bad damage, not bad. Could be way better. Could be way better. Hit him with a follow-up. I don't want to go into Wrath form while he's like that. Ow, that hurt. Not much I can do here. Guess I just gotta kind of block. Oh well. Also, one thing I definitely want to mention is, like, it's weird knowing that, like, I've sat down and, like, gotten my vaccine, because for so long I was avoiding it. And not for any, like, bad or malicious reasons. It was just, like, I didn't feel like I needed it. And beyond that, I didn't feel like I, like... Need is a bad way of putting it. Like, I understood I needed it, right? I understand that, like, you know, getting it is the right thing to do, kind of deal. But that doesn't change the fact that, like, as someone who's super young, it's like, it feels weird to go and get the vaccine now. It's like, for, you know, so long, everyone was like, you really shouldn't go get the vaccine, because, like, we need to vaccinate, like old people and people with bad immune systems and stuff like that. I'm just over here like man, like, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I understand. But now that I finally, like, sat down and got it, I'm like, this just, It feels weird. And also, like, knowing that like COVID is like it's still a thing, you know, like it's still out there. But like it's not over, but it's over, you know? Like I'm pretty sure you get it. Like COVID has decided, like, well, I guess COVID hasn't decided. Since we're being vaccinated, it's kind of on its way out. You know, we're opening up. We're going back to like meeting in the park, or you know, I've gone out to eat, and it's weird, you know? After all this time inside, like panicked over everything that COVID is, to finally go outside and just do stuff, it feels weird. Like I'm kind of finally getting to that point, you know? Ooh, that's a powerful one. And so I don't like I'm sure it'll fade, but it's just it strikes me as like so weird. Like the fusion pretty good. Now you're here at a weird time. Only took an hour and a half to arrive. Fashionably late, I take it. Oh, there is no good paths here. I don't like this. Man, you guys missed all the fun when I was like fucking running at 1,000 miles an hour because my brain had just fucking gone off the rails for a bit. It was interesting to say the least. And now I'm chill. I'm just kind of hanging out. Although I'm sure if I found a topic that like would get me heated again, I'd be right back in it. Like without a doubt, I just go right back to it. Right back to shouting about whatever the fuck. Oh, is that your excuse? Going with some excuses. Fuck it, I'm just gonna do damage, fuck it. Yeah, at this point I'm like I'm almost winding down so I can go to sleep. Cause I've been up since like 4 this morning. I mean, that was like okay, I gotta tell this story because it's kind of depressing and funny at the same time. So I was you know, I was up at 4 this morning. I could not sleep. I played Monster Hunter a bunch. I was basically just running around being like, please dear God, let me fucking sleep. Like, let me finally just pass out. Like, I feel so bad being awake this late. But 4 in the morning, I was like, fuck it, I want to eat something. Like, I'm not hungry. Like, I don't feel hungry at all. I want to eat something. Like, I want to eat something bad. So I shuffle my way into the kitchen. And I grab myself some rice. I cook myself up some rice. It was like a cup of rice. It was like a relatively large portion for, you know, pretty much anyone to make. But here I am at 4 in the morning, making up a fucking absolute boatload of fucking rice to eat. Sit down. I put a little bit of rice into my bowl. Like, I mean, like 2 little spoonfuls, right? Actually, it's more than that. It's like 2 big spoonfuls. Dude, I would have made brownies if I had them. Shit. Maybe the story would have ended better if I had eaten brownies. But yeah, because what ends up happening is I scoop out some rice with my spoon into my bowl. It's a small amount, maybe like 4 or 5 big spoonfuls. Like the kind of stuff you would see on the side of a plate, maybe at like a fancy restaurant, like a super small amount. I take some Cholula hot sauce, which the story does not end how you think it's going to end, by the way. If you're immediately hearing the word Cholula hot sauce and thinking it ends the way it does, it does not. It does not end that way. But grab this hot sauce, I put it on my rice. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking the whole time, I'm like, I don't like Cholula, do I? I'm like I remember not really liking the flavor of Cholula for whatever reason. So I put a little bit on the side because I didn't want to like ruin the whole pile of rice just in case I didn't like it, right? So I do that. I take a bite of this stuff and I'm just so overwhelmed by the fact that I knew I didn't like it. Like, it all hits me at once. I'm just like, God, I hate this. I'm like, I don't like Cholula. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? I'm like, why am I eating this Cholula hot sauce? I hate it. I don't like it. So, you know, I'm sitting there staring at this tiny little serving of rice that I had just ruined with Cholula hot sauce. And like, I'm just like, man, I'm just fucking sad now. So I eat the rest of it, because I'm not gonna waste fucking anything. And then immediately proceed to waste everything. Because I'm so fucking sad and like so depressed that I just like stare at it and I'm in defeat. I just take the rest of the rice and dump it in the trash because I was like, now I don't want to eat. I was like, I have completely null and voided my desire to eat by putting Cholula hot sauce on my food. Like, I have completely ruined my own food with the full knowledge that I was about to ruin my own food. It wasn't even like I went in and was like, oh, I've never had this hot sauce before. Let me put it on my rice. Ah, it's disappointing. Man, oh well, I'll like scrape it out of the bowl and like put some more rice in there and then make it how I usually do and enjoy it. No. My dumbass was like, no, I can't do this. I was like, I do not have the energy to continue with this train of thought. And just scrapped the rice idea entirely and went back to bed. And that's actually where that story ends. It does not end with my stomach being burnt to hell. It ends with me being very sad over the fact that I've ruined my rice, even though I didn't ruin it. It's very depressing. Very sad. Sad story. F's in chat. The least sad story. The story of one idiot who fucking acts like a dumbass and reaps the consequences of my own actions. I think that's the part that, like, in retrospect really blows me away. Is I knew I didn't like the hot sauce. I knew. This wasn't an unknown variable to me. I am familiar with this hot sauce. I'm familiar with like 90% of hot sauces. So why would I go and do this to myself? I do not know. Also, no, I haven't gotten rid of the Cholula hot sauce. Yes, I need to. If anyone's wondering, it's because it tastes like ketchup. So I don't like it. You're not wondering, but now you were, and now you're answered in one moment. You're welcome. Also, I'm glad everyone was here to not enjoy that story. Nobody wanted to listen to that stupid story, but you're all here. You're all gonna listen to me. Be a dumbass, okay? You're all gonna listen to me complain about a hot sauce that I spent money on, I willingly purchased and ingested. Thanks, I'm glad you didn't enjoy it. Your lack of enjoyment is why I'm here. The less you enjoy my streams, the more enjoyment I get. That's what I'm here for. I'm just like, fuck yeah, don't enjoy it. If you enjoyed it, I wouldn't be doing my job right. Fuck it. How did that change the price of some of my cards? This makes me mad. I don't have any attacks in my hand. I just made all of my attacks cost 0 when I don't have any attacks in my hand. I want everyone to know that I'm full of mistakes today. I started early at 5 in the morning making my mistakes, and here I am. Like fucking 12 hours later, making even more mistakes. Actually, it's probably longer than 12 hours. It's probably closer to 14. Holy shit, no wonder I'm so fucking tired. I didn't connect like 2 and 2 and realize that it's that late in the afternoon. It's been that many hours. Okay, rude, but fair. My mistakes did begin well before this morning. I came out the womb making mistakes. Coming out of the womb was a mistake. I started my existence with a mistake. Why did that not work? Oh, I didn't change stances. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand now. I understand the mistakes that I made, because I make mistakes every second of my life. I exist to make mistakes. This is my sole purpose. The day I stop making mistakes is the day I die. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like choices. Choices are hard. Fuck it. Where's all your gold? Go fuck yourself. Also, I don't know if I want to fight them because I'm pretty sure they'll beat my ass. Fine, here's all my gold. That was a lot of gold too. But at 17 health, they were gonna beat my ass if I tried to fight them. I love these stupid bird motherfuckers, they look so dumb. And then... damage. Also, I am hanging on, dude, but like I can feel my eyelids just like forcing themselves closed. I feel like Atlas holding up the world trying to just get my eyelids to fucking quit. What am I doing? Pretty sure I'm scrying. That appears to have been what I was doing. How much health does that guy have? I can kill him. Yeah. I'm gonna hang on to this run. And the whole time I'm hanging on to this run, I'm hanging on to my eyelids, but... No guarantees. There are no guarantees in life. The only guarantee is taxes, and taxes aren't guaranteed if you have a really big gun. You just need a bigger gun than the government, and then taxes are not guaranteed. Although they will try to tax your gun, but that's what the gun's for. Do that, and do that. I must have accidentally hit one of my cards on accident. Damn it. Oh, God. Mistakes really is a way of life for me. For you, it's a single action. For me, it's a way of life. I exist to make mistakes. Get fucked. Ash whip, what? Oh, she uses like her little waist thingy to attack. That's fucking neat. Ooh, it's not gonna look like that in game. Add a safety into your hand. Gain 10 block for 1. 12 block. 10. Oh, you can just like keep it. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of building up in my head and seeing kind of like how all the cards connect together. Right. Here you go. Here's my golden idol, buddy. The bleeding never ceases. That's concerning. Wait, what'd I get? Bloody Idol. Whenever you gain gold, heal 5 HP. That could be handy. Sorry, buddy. I gave all my money to a bunch of fucking ruffians who beat me up. Start of each combat, heal 2 HP. Nice, nice. I'm starting to heal. Starting to keep myself alive. And it's another vendor. Hell yeah. Retain, lower its cost. Whenever a card is retained, reduce its cost by 1 this combat. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I decided that was the noise I wanted to make. I'm so sorry. I'll go to sleep here eventually. At some point. I can't keep this going forever. At least you wouldn't think. Also, there's no way I'm gonna win on my first run. There's no fucking way. Especially not 2 times in a row. I could barely pull off 1 win. Do 2 in a row is literally just fucking impossible for me. That's not happening. Strike out of the way. Also, I don't know how to use that omniscience. Like, I'm gonna be 100% with you. I have no idea what that omniscience does. Okay, gain 8 block. Carve reality. Sash. And I'm gonna just block. I don't want to enter Wrath. Because if I enter Wrath, that's gonna fucking hurt, and I gotta just kind of hope I can enter Calm. They just stasised my 2 most powerful cards. I am fucking dead. There's no way. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, They just stasised both my fucking windmill strikes. So that means they're not gonna... I can't retain them. So they can't be building energy right now. So normally I would be holding them in my hand right now. To allow them to kind of like build up in damage over time. But I can't do that right now. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So yeah. Okay, give me my fucking stasis back. Or my fucking thing back. Where'd it go? Did he stasis something else? I don't know. I don't know how that works, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not 100% on that one. What's in my... Choose a card in your draw pile. Play it twice and exhaust it. I have an idea, right? So I strike, and then I miracle, because I fucked up. Omniscience, and that was a mistake. I realize now my mistake. I want to keep swivel. And carve reality. See, I was gonna try and cast swivel twice. Make the next attack you play cost 0, right? So I could play 2 attacks for free. But I realized I cast Omniscience, which counts as casting a card, so the other effect wouldn't trigger... Or no, I was going to do follow-up. That's what I was going to do. Because I was going to try and gain the energy from that, to have like a huge stash of energy, but I realized I'm a stupid dumb baby with stupid dumb baby brain who's about to get himself killed because of his stupid dumb baby brain. Fuck it. I'm not winning this fight. He's about to summon back the creatures that I finally fucking killed. Like after all that, he's just gonna resummon them back. Oh no, he was stunned. Okay, okay. No, I need to just block. I gotta survive through that, right? I gotta find a way. That worked actually. Dude, I don't know how I'm hanging on. Start of your next turn, enter Wrath and draw 2 cards. Yes, actually. You are in Calm, draw 3 cards. Perfect. This attack. Sash Whip. Do that. I'm gonna smite. Gotta kill this guy. Like, I'm 90% sure this guy's gonna beat my ass, but I ain't going down without a fight. In 8 block. Next attack you do cost less. Eruption. And I cannot exit. I fucked myself. I can't exit Wrath. I have to take the double damage from it. That kills me. And that's it. Yep. Yep. I'll try again tomorrow. I might try again tomorrow. Depends on how I feel tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? So I'm curious. There's a bunch of locked relics. See the ones I unlocked? Oh, there's even 2 relics that I haven't even seen yet. Oh, here we go. I think that was one of them. Blue candle. Unplayable curse cards can now be played. Whenever you play a curse, lose 1 HP and exhaust it. Yeah, I don't really remember what I got for doing that. Dude, look at how much stuff there is that, like, I haven't even discovered yet. Like, all of these I haven't even seen. All these I haven't even seen. All these ones. Like what looks like a pile of shit, which I'd rather not see. And there's like shop relics. I didn't even know shop relics were a thing. Shows how little I know about this game. And then here's all the fucking potions. I have seen all of them. Or at least they all show up to me. Some of these I don't think I've seen in-game, but I know of them. Cards, I own all the red cards. Because fuck you, I played him a lot trying to win. And then I come in here, stream once and win. Because that's how it fucking works. Right? Either I win before I stream and then I fucking lose the whole time, or I lose the whole time and then I win when I stream. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going the fuck to sleep because I've been up for like 16 hours. So I hate to cut it early, but that's what I'm doing. And everyone has to deal with it. I hope you can deal with it, and I hope you can live without dealing with me for another... I don't know. I think I could last like 2 minutes. Before I fucking die. But yeah. Have a good evening. Or don't. I'm not your fucking mom. Well, I could be.